With how boring these last couple of years have been in terms of major video game releases.
And the 2021 Game of the Year is It Takes Two.
It's the perfect time to go back and dig into some of the old franchises you probably missed out on. Last year, for me, that was Resident Evil.
Resident Evil.
From slowly walking through a police station hallway, only lit by the moonlight through a broken window covered in rain, to fighting fucking Nicolas Cage piloting a giant Gundam made out of trash, it was awesome. But this year, I felt an overarching sadness, a rain cloud above my head. How can I possibly call myself a gamer if I've never played Metal Gear Solid? So I had to change that.
When heavens divide, I will see the choices within my hands. How can we ever protect and fight with our tiny souls? Let me shine like the sun through the doubts and fear. Do you feel the storm approach as the end draws near? When heavens divide.
Also, spoilers for all of Metal Gear, I guess. I figured one of the first things I can mention is I did not like stealth games before this. Growing up, I'd play through stealth sections in like GTA or, God forbid, the MJ levels, and assumed that's what all of Metal Gear was about.
I was wrong.
Every single one of these is a top contender for the best game on the console it came out on. MGS2 just plays so effortlessly that saying it feels like it came out today would be an insult. Comparing it to all the underwhelming, unfinished garbage that AAA studios tend to pump out today, it's not even a competition. Sneaking around Shadow Moses, avoiding cameras, solving puzzles, slicing up dudes with Raiden's sword when you get caught, throwing a grenade into a crocodile's mouth for food so you can survive the harsh jungle, and then it all leads up to the Phantom Pain, which is just the pinnacle of every gameplay mechanic that's ever been introduced so far. Every time you turn around and you think you've seen it all, they just keep throwing more and more tools and weapons at you and just let you have fun and just run out there and figure out how to solve the mission. Don't ask me.
Given the right situation, the right story, anyone can be shaped into Snake.
And I guess while we're here, let's talk about the story. The closest thing I can compare it to is like if Kingdom Hearts wasn't shitty, you know?
Is this some kind of sick joke?
Like, as an outsider, you can't be blamed for thinking Solid Snake and Big Boss are the same character. But no, Snake is actually his son. He's like a genetic clone made of all the best genes of Boss and used to create the perfect soldier. But then Liquid is like a byproduct. He's like all the leftovers. So he's like the unfavorable one right off the bat. But actually, he dies in the first game, but he did get to live on because there's another guy named Ocelot who got his arm cut off, but then he replaced his arm with one from Liquid's dead body, and then the DNA from that arm took over Ocelot's body, turned into Liquid Ocelot. It's fucking crazy.
Raiden, turn the game console off right now.
And then in Metal Gear 2, you got like Raiden, who has like this Vader-like tragedy that takes place over the whole series. Man that just wants to live a normal life with his family, but killing is so ingrained in his DNA, he's always called back to the fight.
I'm saying Jack is back.
I'm not gonna lie to you and tell you it's all amazing though. The first few games especially have this weird method of storytelling where they leave as little as possible up to the imagination. It's not enough for it to just be there's a giant robot launching a nuke at the United States. It's got to be the robot has 3 legs all built by specific organizations of a secret underground military that controls the entire planet. And they are actually robots because they're like AI and because they're all dead, because one's like George Washington and like half of what I just said is actually real. Not all the villains are super unique and gonna blow your mind. Like there's a vampire named Vamp, a fat guy named Fat Man, a skull guy named Skullface. But the main villains are so good most of the time that the little side goons don't even matter in the grand scheme of things. And obviously I cannot end this video before I talk about the soundtracks. I have always been a proponent of even shitty games with good soundtracks are more memorable than any mid to above average game. A single good song for even the worst game you've ever played will make you remember it forever. You still hear people talk about Buck Bumble, but I don't think that game even exists. I don't think anyone's ever played it. But then you have some situations where you got one of the best character action games on your hand about this umbral witch with guns on her heels that can summon demons from hell to extend her combos. You would think, gameplay will carry it, don't worry about the soundtrack. Well, Platinum fucking disagrees with you. And Metal Gear uses this philosophy in every single game. While MGS1 is a bit tame by comparison, 2 has this triumphant orchestral theme that instantly lets you know this one is just bigger and better than the first in every single way. Of course, everyone knows about Snake Eater, a 007-esque track that knocks any and all Bond themes out of the fucking universe. Guns of the Patriots is just straight up telling you Snake does not have very much left in him. Just one last mission type shit. Even Peace Walker, while the gameplay here didn't do a ton for me personally, they did not skimp on this theme. And finally, you got the Phantom Pain literally going out in one last hurrah. And the best part about it all is we will never get to know the final piece of the story, because Konami chooses to make Metal Gear slot machines now.